everyone, welcome. My name is Lauren. So today me and my oldest daughter are going to do a lesson from the Good and the Beautiful Language Arts Level 4. So we do it a little bit differently than it's laid out for the spelling and the writing portion. So I'm going to show you how we do it and make it our own, and so that it works for us. So here's Larissa. She is 9. She is my oldest, and we are on lesson 51 of the Good and the Beautiful. There's about 120 lessons, so we're almost halfway through, and what we're doing is working really, really well for us. The level 4 is when it starts to get really independent for the student. Up to level, preschool to level 3 of the Good and the Beautiful is very parent-led, but level 4, it's very hands-off for the parent. So we just do a little bit of the lesson together, and then she does most of it on her own. Of course, if she has any questions or anything like that, I'm always here. And sometimes we just do some of the activities together just because she wants to, but for the most part, she does a lot on her own. So how do you feel about having the lessons like on your own, doing them on your own?
Good, because they're short and I can just do it like
boom.
Yes.
As you can see here, this is the parent-teacher part of the lesson, and then this is like the only part of it I will be doing, and then this is where she learns. So it lays it out really well. It basically teaches the student all the new concepts, and they do incorporate geography into it, so it looks as though this lesson is going to be a geography lesson, but that doesn't mean that they just forego all grammar. So you'll see capitalization and titles. Here is a map activity. That is the geography aspect of it. And then homophones here. And then a writing workshop and personal reading. We're skipping this first part, and I will tell you why in just 1 second if you bear with us for the spelling and writing part. But for now, it says that I need to have her read these words aloud. So read these words for me, Larissa.
Barren, desert, contiguous states.
Contiguous states.
Contiguous states, populous, inhabitants, motto.
Very good. Okay. Normally, this is where I would send her on her way, and she would do the lesson independently, the student portion of it. And then she'd bring it back to me to review and make any corrections necessary. But today we're going to just do it together.
The official name of the world's third largest country in size, United States of America, USA, America, or US. It is the United States of America, although the other names are used regularly. The geography of the U.S. varies widely from the tropical beaches of Florida. It is made out of 48 contiguous states and 14 territories.
Okay.
Fun facts about the U.S. The most populous state is California with approximately 40 million people. Wyoming is the least populous state with about 500,000 inhabitants.
Okay. So there's some fun facts there as
Primary
well.
Conjunctions such as and, but, in, of, to, or, at, if, or for. Also place titles in italics.
Do you know what italics is?
Nope.
No. So italics is, see how it's like kind of offset, like crooked, like this is straight and this is kind of leaning off. That's italics.
The year of
These
the
are
panda.
all italics. Okay.
And correct examples. The year of the panda, a leaf, stick, and stone.
See how they're in italics and they're all capitalized except for those little words. Okay.
Okay, underline the correctly capitalized title in each group. Along came a dog, along came a dog, along came a dog.
Which one is correct?
I'm gonna say this.
Yep. Now list the 3 contiguous states that border the Pacific Ocean.
California, Oregon, and Washington.
Yep.
Complete sentence.
I know you just love answering incomplete sentences, but That's what we got to do. So name any three landlocked states, and answer in a complete sentence with commas in between.
Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa.
Okay, write your sentence.
3 landlocked states of the U.S. are Kansas, Nebraska, and Iowa.
Very good. Okay, so even with the geography aspect, they're still incorporating grammar by having them answer in complete sentence. She obviously had to capitalize this, the states, and then separate them with commas. This was the second page. It was pretty quick. She just had some homophone practice to do, and then a writing workshop, which I'm going to show you right now, which she has actually already done. And then personal reading. She reads every day for probably a few hours, honestly. So this is something that I never really have to focus on. We don't incorporate this as part of school. She always reads in the afternoon and then before bed. If you're not really familiar with the Good and the Beautiful, maybe you're just starting homeschooling or you're just looking into this curriculum, beginning in level 2 is when they incorporate geography into their language arts program. So they are going to be learning about different countries all over the world. Level 4 is focusing a lot on Europe, but they have so many other countries in different levels that they are learning about. And as you can see, it's like obviously very visually appealing. It's very beautiful, as the name implies. And it is not all just geography. They do incorporate different countries, and like this is a lesson that is, just about drawing. But then there's lessons that are just like this, where here's the parent teacher section. Again, they have to do some challenging sentence climbs, and then I have to check the work when they're finished. So this is some homophone practice here, commas in a series that she would have to do, just different exercises. Reviewing prepositions. Her reading assignment, she has a personal reader that comes with the book that they have to read a certain chapter out of and then answer a comprehension question. There's always a writing or spelling workshop, and then some personal reading. They're asking like, what type of book are you reading? So that would be an example of just a grammar lesson. And then they get back to, she was learning about Luxembourg. So it's very, very, I think the exercises, they do a variety of exercises. They cover a lot of different topics, and then they are just constantly reviewing. So that way the child, it's a spiral approach, and the child is able to kind of really get in a lot of practice. They only do a few exercises. It's not hundreds and hundreds. It's a few questions per exercise, but you can see they have a cover, there's editing. Here she's learning about Ontario. So although this lesson covered the United States, she was like, I don't need this one. I already know about the US, but you can see there's so many different countries that they are covering as well. This was just the grammar language arts book. If you are already doing a writing course or a spelling course, you can just do this grammar and that is it, and it will cover just the grammar. However, if you need both, it comes with a separate spelling and writing workshop, and some people just use the spelling and writing and not the grammar. So there is a variety of different ways you can use it. So in the back of the spelling and writing workshop is a challenging sentence climb. I just showed that a second ago in the language arts book. It will direct you when you need to do these challenging sentence climbs. You don't have to just randomly choose them. They will tell you in the lesson. So what it is a group of sentences that have specific, more difficult words for this reading and for this language arts level. And then once they have mastered these sentences with the difficult words in them, they're able to read about the bird and they are able to color it. So Larissa has gone through a few of these already, the Belgian one, Canadian one from South Africa, North America, and now she is working on a Central American home. So she's working on these sentences. When she can read all of them without any stuttering or mispronouncing words, then she can read the bird, and she really likes doing that. She looks forward to it and gets really excited when she has completed another country. So here we have the spelling and writing workshop. Now this does go, obviously it goes hand in hand with the language arts and the book, and they will tell you when you should work on new spelling words. They do have a whole list of spelling words, and it is not traditional spelling where you have a list once a week. You go back, and at the very beginning, before you even start the course, you're supposed to work on these spelling words. And whatever your child does not get right, you make a list of those words, and that's the words they work on throughout the year. I think they were supposed to work on 6 or 12 at a time. And then once they've mastered those, then they can move on. And then there's some bonus words as well. And then once they have completed and they've mastered all the words, they do it ahead of time or before the end of the school year, then that's fine. They just don't have any more words to focus on. But Larissa did not want to do that this year. She really likes her spelling test. She looks forward to them on Friday. She loves just having that challenge. So what we did to make it our own, because she was like, well, I want to have spelling words every single week, and I want to have my own, a list where I have a test every week. And the Good and the Beautiful is not set up like that. So what I did is I divided it. I gave her a row of words to work on every week, so that she'll have 25 weeks worth of words. And each week she will only have, I think it's 8 or 9 words. And every single week she just goes through to the next row. So this week she is working on these words. And then when the spelling exercises come up, these are the words that she uses. And every Friday she has a spelling test. So whereas it's laid out and designed to be that they only have, I believe it's 12, but they work on the same 12 words for several weeks, maybe 3, 4, 5 weeks. She only has 7, and she works on them just 1 week. And that way it is a little bit more like traditional spelling, where you just have spelling words once a week and then move on to the next. And she really likes that. That's kind of how we do it to make it our own. So another way that we make it our own is that she wants to do spelling every single day. And in this course book, you do a writing workshop one day. So lesson 1 is a whole writing workshop. Then lesson 2 would be a whole spelling workshop, and she's supposed to coordinate this with her lesson 2 in the grammar section. However, she didn't want to just do spelling twice a week. She wanted to do spelling every single day. So what we do is I take the writing workshop, and she does half of a writing workshop one day and half of a spelling workshop one day. Then on day 2, she will finish the other part of the writing workshop and finish this section of the spelling. And that way, in 2 days, she has still completed 2 lessons, but she has done half of the writing and half of the spelling on one day, half of the writing, half of the spelling on the other day. And I feel like that breaks it up as well, so she's not super overwhelmed by an entire writing workshop one day and then all of the spelling the next day. And this has been working really, really well for us. So here is a perfect example. Writing workshop, she would do this on one day, and then this part of the spelling on the same exact day. And that way, and then the next day, for example, if this was a Tuesday, she would do this part on a Tuesday and this second section on a Tuesday. And that has been working out really well. That way she is doing a little bit of writing every day, a little bit of spelling every day. She has her tests at the end of the week. And that way, again, it's not an overwhelming thing where she's having to feel like she is writing all of this, and then the next day she has a bunch of spelling and that type of thing to do. So we're on lesson 50, and again, it's been working really, really well. We're almost halfway through this school year, and we have not had any hiccups. This is just a really good system for us. So it might be something to consider if you want to switch it up a little bit. Again, I do like following a course book and how things are laid out, but if I can find something that works for us just a little bit better, I love to do it that way to make it work for us. So again, there is a lot of a variety of spelling ways that they include. They provide spelling rules that they start in like level K or level 1 that they will continue throughout. So they will have years of spelling rule practice, and they will have a variety of exercises. I love that it's not all the same. The writing workshop, they are laying it out really well. This is meant to be very, very parent, hands off for the parent, and they are really doing the teaching within the lesson itself. Now, yes, as the parent, you are going to still have to edit it and review it and make any, you're not going to be completely free of doing that. This is homeschooling. We really still are teaching our children how to write and things like that, but they are doing a pretty good job so far. From what I've seen of showing the children that writing process. So rewriting in your own words. So here is an original sentence, and this is showing how, if you have a sentence and it looks pretty similar to the original, that's kind of plagiarism and it's not different enough. So they're showing you, look, if you write it this way, this is different enough. Okay, now you try it. And then you as the parent could come back and review it and make any changes necessary. But they are going to give you an example. They're not just going to say, okay, now rewrite your own sentence. I like that the lessons in the writing especially builds on top of itself. It doesn't just throw you in and say, okay, get started. It goes very slowly and builds. And we're not having any issues, any tears or anything this year when it comes to writing. So I consider that a total win. So I hope you found this lesson helpful, the review and kind of how we make it our own and how I kind of cater it to what my daughter prefers and her learning style and how she just likes to do spelling and writing. And if you're not familiar with the Good and the Beautiful, just so you know, level 1 to level 5 is available for free to download, and you can print off a few lessons yourself or the entire book if you'd like. A lot of people do that, but just to kind of get an idea of if it's going to work for you or your children before you buy the entire thing. So I really love that they do that. Also, just so you know, it is a little bit advanced as far as the grammar is concerned. It is supposed to be one level ahead of public school, so consider that. They have assessments on their website, so make sure you take advantage of using those assessments to place your child where they are supposed to be. It could be, ahead, it could be behind, it could be right on grade level. It just really depends on the specific child. So don't just go by they're in 4th grade, so they automatically need level 4. Give them the assessment first. Thanks so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you have not subscribed, I would love if you would subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You can know when I post new videos. Also, if you are on Instagram, I'm over there. I just share like normal day-to-day, everyday stuff over there of like our life. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, see you later.